I've been recorded probably over 50
A million
times.
times.
So, how to talk about Deep Spectra, especially since let's be honest, we're sold out of it, so there's not any more to get.
Yeah.
So the big point to talk about Deep Spectra is more about the concept, the principle behind it, why we're doing it, and what that means for the future. So with Deep Spectra, it's like a lot of people are getting confused on what exactly it is. Oh, is it steam distilled? Is it this? Is it that? It's like, well, in the short answer, yes, but no. So what I mean by that is we're using an essential oil that's previously been steam distilled or hydro distilled or cold pressed, using that oil to then go in and extract heavier compounds from plant material that don't usually come through steam distillation or hydro distillation. So previously with just essential oil, we're missing out on this big aspect of all these different plants, these active components that we couldn't capture before through regular steam or hydro distillation. So with this process, we're trying to capture those heavier things, to be able to pull in those benefits that we weren't able to usually pull in otherwise. So like for example, the big one that we like to talk about is frankincense, where everybody knows frankincense usually for the boswellic acids. Previously in hydro distillation, we couldn't get any boswellic acids through the hydro distillation. They didn't come through, they're too heavy, they're triterpenes, and they didn't come through the hydro distillation. So with this process, we're using frankincense oil to extract those heavier compounds out of the frankincense resin. So it's not just the heavier compounds, but we're also getting the essential oil out of the resin itself, but we're also getting the boswellic acids, we're getting an increased amount of incensol and incensol acetate. So now this is the first time we've had frankincense with boswellic acids in it. So you get the benefits of the oil itself, plus the additional benefits of those heavier components that don't usually come through in the distillation. So in this aspect, what does that really mean? Well, besides the fact we're getting cool, new, heavier compounds, but for the future, what that means is we can look at all these other plants out there that we really didn't want to bring out, like turmeric. Turmeric has curcumins in it. Curcumins don't come through the distillation, they're too big. So that's one reason why we never came out with the turmeric oil, because all the benefits is in the powder. All the benefits are in the powder. So with this process, we could potentially start extracting those curcumins out of turmeric and creating new products for possibly personal care, for nutrition and other aspects. Another big one is like rosemary that has rosmarinic acid in it. Rosmarinic acid is a natural preservative. So if we can extract that out of the rosemary, we can then use that in our personal care products for a cleaner preservative than we can usually use otherwise. So the principle is that we're being innovative. We're trying new things. We're looking outside of the normal box that the industry keeps looking at. We're not just releasing brand new oils we find in the Amazon, which, don't get me wrong, can be pretty cool. But it's trying to find new ways to use these plants and be able to get those benefits. And now we have a way to do that. So now the future is endless. There's so many things we can do with this technology, and that's where it's fun. That's where I'm talking about, is that we are being innovative. While a lot of other companies out there are just throwing things out there to sell, we are being innovative. We're one of the only companies out there trying to be innovative, to look in the future and see how we can expand this technology and how we can expand our knowledge of plants to be able to get the benefits of plants to our members. So that's where I would really try to push it. It's not just the concept of this product, but the concept overall and what that means for us in the future.
But that extraction process, this isn't steam distilling. So what would you call this extraction process?
I would call it an extraction process. So the best way to say it and to explain it to people is talk about the regular extraction process. So let's talk about like vanilla. So vanilla extract that you get at the grocery store. How is that made? Well, they take a really big vat, throw in a whole bunch of vanilla beans in, throw a whole bunch of ethanol in there, or alcohol, and let it sit. And then that ethanol slowly extracts out the vanillin and the vanillic acid out of the vanilla beans into the alcohol. And then eventually they pull the alcohol off of the beans, separate it out, and that's what they sell as a finished product. This process is similar to that, with a little bit of other things in it to help with the efficiency. Exactly. So that's the basic concept of how an extract works, and that's in the basic way how we do this. Now there is some proprietary aspects that we do throw into that process to help with those extractions, to make it more efficient and help us with the
but the emphasis being that it's natural, pure, no harmful chemicals used in the making of this product, and
yeah, it's a cleaner process. So that's what we're really focusing on. It's a cleaner extraction process than what you typically see out in the industry.
thank you.